Morning, I'm Steven Sprinkle. This is MorningBit. Let's get to it. Top 3 things I think are important today for Bitcoin. The first of which is a huge story that sparked a really intense debate inside the Bitcoin community, and that is leaked documents detailing internal discussions from Bitcoin Foundation members around the idea of reversible transactions as well as red listing of Bitcoin. Now, this has huge implications going forward, and it really is interesting because it brings a discussion that thus far has been kind of outside of the community, so to speak, in that it's been in Senate committees and other companies like Coin Validation that we discussed yesterday, bringing in the idea of whitelisting. But this discussion itself is so close to the heart of the Bitcoin community in that the Bitcoin Foundation represents the community. So it's interesting to see what's going to be happening going forward. It's a really interesting debate that's been going on. I really encourage you to look at it and engage in it. I'll link to both that as well as the original documents themselves so you can take a look. The second story that I think is really important is Coinbase recently had its wallet application removed from the iOS App Store. Now this is interesting because it essentially leaves iOS devices down to simply Bitcoin trackers. So all you can really do is look at the blockchain or look at the actual price of Bitcoin. If you want to do any transactional activity, you have to go to a web interface to do that. It really leaves Android as the last major platform that has transactional wallets as native applications. So we'll see if this kind of drives people to Android or whether there'll be a really solid alternative in the jailbroken community for iOS devices. The third story, and it kind of plays off of the first one, is that there's growing murmurs inside the community to potentially move the Bitcoin Foundation out of the United States and into a more Bitcoin neutral location, such as another country, or even some are proposing moving it offshore to its own kind of stateless location in that a ship in international waters, for example. This has been kind of discussed in the startup community for a while about creating these stateless locations so that there can be kind of unbridled innovation and trial in air in a way that isn't burdened by regulation. We'll see if this happens going forward. It's an interesting discussion, which I'll link to as well. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. I've really been enjoying the feedback you guys have been giving me, as well as the sharing and liking and all of that and subscribing. It really is huge to see you guys engaging with me as I've been doing these videos. I'm hoping to really continue improving the quality of the videos and continue to give me any feedback. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week.